Can still hear are the same old promises, the same old rhetorics, the same promises, how to revamp our economy, how to improve the production sector, how do we work on our manufacturing industries and all that. But I think what the ordinary Kenyan, again, today looking at the two will ask himself is, we're a country that is judged by history, and the way you perform in an office ought to be looked at how you held that office, how you performed at the time. What Honorable Suseni is suggesting is, let us close our eyes. Let us not ask questions with respect to how the Deputy President has performed when he was in office. He's just telling us, let us see what we can do, what he can do once we give him an opportunity as an office holder at the highest office in our country. But I think this is the problem that we need to first address as Kenyans. Let us audit each and every leader. Let us look at the former Prime Minister. When he was the Prime Minister, what he has done for our country. Let us look at his history. Let us look at his running mate. Let us see who the Honorable Mother Karua is. Has she been a reformist? Has she been a good public interest litigant as a lawyer? Her record as a magistrate, what she has done for this country and where she stands. Let us look at the Right Honorable Raila Odinga and see who he is as an individual and what we expect of him. Let us look at, within the same lens, let us look at the Deputy President. But now, my only problem is one. We are a country that ordinarily has a certain budget every year. But the budgetary estimate that we have are never attained. When you look at the KRA reports, we always suffer a shortfall. We are never assured of how the economy of our country shall be run with respect to the amount of monies that we expect from our people. That is what is making us go for more and more borrowings. But now, more and more promises with respect to hundreds of billions are still being made to us without telling us how that money shall be sourced for. Unfortunately, I think that's a very key question that they're skip. Tell us, you want to do this plan for us? You want to employ 1.2 million youths every year? Fantastic. Tell us where you will get the money from. Fine. When you were holding office, tell us what you have done and how you have performed within that time. I think, Wahiga, one of the keen observations that I've made with President Uhuru Kenyatta, I think the way he has performed this year and last year, if only he could work within the same tempo, we could have been a very developed country. For the last year and this year alone, I do not know what has been happening with the Jubilee administration pre-2021 and thereabout. It is since the beginning of 2021 to date that the Jubilee administration has tried, and we can see it's still trying to improve our infrastructure, our economies, because with respect to the challenges that we are having, with respect to unemployment, this has been a historical issue. It has not started with the Jubilee regime as such. It has been an issue that has been going on within each and every successive regimes. The only issue is nothing has been on the same. When you come to the Deputy President, he's a very eloquent candidate. There's a way he can stand before Kenyans and tell them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, and he can convince them. But he's the same candidate who sat before us as the youth and promised us a lot in 2013. He did the same in 2017. The former Prime Minister was one time a very good opposition leader. He cast good opposition, he had good checks on the government of the day. But I think for the last 2 years, we haven't seen him doing the same. So these are the key questions we need to pose to them, to address to us how they have performed when they were holding offices, also when he held office as a Prime Minister. But now, let us look at who we are having at the moment as candidates. Now we have the Honorable Mother Karua being a running mate to the Honorable Raila Odinga, who is regarded as a reformist. Fantastic. We have the Deputy President on the other part, who I think would have served as a Deputy President for 10 years. But it is our economy that is ailing at the moment. Look at the two. You will realize that the Honorable Raila Odinga is highly associated with a very clean and neat background. That is quite commendable, but he needs to tell us how he will change the economies of scale, how he will improve the lives and living conditions of the people of Kenya. It is not about promising them 6,000 monthly stipend, sort of. Tell us how you are going to recover the monies that you are telling us that you will recover out of corruption and pilferages. Tell us every year, by figures, how much we have lost as a country and how we'll be able to recoup that. Tell us how you are going to improve the education of the youth, because there was the inter-university report, inter-university East Africa Council report that was done. It was realized that 46.3% of employers do not prefer Kenyan graduates. That is a cause of worry. And when you look at Article 55, it expects the state to train the youth, give them good training and good knowledge. We can't see all that. I think, Wahiga, if it was up to me as a Kenyan, I would have given us a third alternative, because these two that we're having, one is blaming the other one and the other one is blaming this one. So I think we need a clean person who can lead this country.
If it have been cleared by IBC.
But with a lot of respect to Professor Wajakoya, when Kenyans are hungry, we may not talk about weed as such.